Good evening, Rishabh. I think it could be a combination of all of it. But having said that, I wanted to take you back what you said a few minutes ago, that if a case goes too long and 10 years or 15 years, and if some of the cases are big allegations which may even impact a power change, and if that do not get into a conclusion, definitely there will be a political questions. I am a great fan of this government, as you know, but then however, I believe that like a 2G scam or the Colgate and etc. needs to have a closure, because that is something which was made huge repercussions in our political circle and in the way we conduct our politics in this country. Having said that, this particular case, it's not just about Rahul Gandhi, Sonia Gandhi, Congress. No, it is not limited to that. Even though Nehru was one of the played the pivot role in creating this National Herald or the AJL, but there were thousands of other shareholders in that particular company. Have they been consulted before the Indians were taking over this National Herald and their assets? No. Many people have. I mean, many of them have died. Maybe their kins have not been even contacted. So there is so much. The 90 crores have been given to National Herald for reviving it, but we have not seen any revival of National Herald. Where is the assets of thousands and thousands of crores of assets spread across the prime properties, whether it is in Delhi or in Mumbai or in Lucknow, Patna? Who's in the custody of all these property? If at all, if National Herald, which has got a heritage and a legacy, the Congress wanted to really make it back into the force. Have you seen a single copy of National Herald in the last 10 years or even in the last 5 years?
Well, they try to publish it now. It had all but shut down. So they try to publish it now, and that publishing has happened since the case actually began. You can argue a token publishing just to justify its existence or not. But
so
that's a question.
So many newspapers
Mr. Nambiar, but in practicalities, okay, we have to establish illegality here. Okay, that's what the Enforcement Directorate has to do, right? Because you can sell your house for 5 rupees, all right? That's your choice. I have to then assume that you are giving undue. We saw the same thing happen in the Vadra cases also, where he bought a particular property at a low value. The market value was assessed to be much higher, so it was a different kind of a corruption allegation. Okay, that yes, you got the property, you bought it, but the value of the property was much higher than what you paid for it, and therefore somebody is giving you a huge discount. And in this case, the discount is thousands of crores of what the asset value could be. Now, in proving culpability, there will have to be a trial, and this is a civil dispute. On the political side of this PKD Nambiar, would it actually be beneficial for the Congress and Rahul Gandhi to be going to jail, to be arrested, to have the entire drama of the protests outside jail and protests outside EC office, to actually rekindle some enthusiasm in the cadre?
Rishabh, I'm sure you must be aware that tomorrow all the MPs and many Congress Working Committee members have been asked to be here in Delhi.
Correct.
Plus, there is going to be a huge campaign, according to them. And in the Congress, whenever you say a huge, it becomes too small, tiny as compared to many other parties, even in the junior most parties. So I think what are all these people are going to, all these MPs are going to protest against what? There is a case in which both the mother and the son is out on a bail. We all know that. And if the Enforcement Directorate is inviting these people for questioning or taking some information, why should a congressman go and protest against it? Rather than going and supporting it, yes, we will support this particular case. If there is nothing wrong, there is right. They should not be worried. They should not be.
Okay, well, the same could have argued,
when the way it should be, because it's been many of these cases have been, as you said, more than a decade old, or even more than that. But we also need to understand that generally in our Indian context, every civil cases do take its own time. That's the standard, and we have the smaller courts to the higher courts. You have so many opportunities to drag a case. So I think, but it is important for the country to get closure of all these serious charges, as I said earlier, because you can't drag it forever. So, and then of course there will also be questions about the government's intention, that why they are only raising it up at a particular time. Is it there is an election? Is it because of the election they are raising it up? Even that may not be true. In the case of like National Herald, the Modi government did not do anything. In fact, Subramanian Swamy, at his personal capacity, went to the court. Justice Kajju or
yeah, but Mr. Nambiar, why was it? Was it because the BJP felt that they would be accused of vendetta politics, so they didn't want to really get be seen at the front and center of it, and it was okay while Dr. Swamy was doing it?
It is not always politics, Rishabh. There are times maybe these cases might have its own personal merit. For an example, Prashant Bhushan or for that Justice Kajju, they are absolutely the real critics of this particular government.
Okay,
They
all right.
are Modi haters.